Last week, I recorded a video and explained how you should proceed when being confronted with listening to a TOEFL lecture. This week, I will focus on how to proceed when listening to a casual conversation. I know that listenings can be very frustrating, and this is the whole point of it. They put background noises, pauses, interruptions into the conversations to make you frustrated and to make you distracted. But don't worry, I will spill the tea now. Spill the tea means I will reveal the secret. If you want to know more about idioms, click on this link. And I will give you the secret to a common pattern that all TOEFL listenings are following. Let's dive into it. Welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited that you're here. As always, don't forget to like this video and don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my website. I offer free trial lessons and also TOEFL preparation courses. And while you're there, sign up because I will send you monthly newsletters and free PDFs. As I said in the beginning of this video, I will explain TOEFL's casual conversations. Let's take a closer look at the casual conversations. In it, you will hear first a greeting. The people in the conversation will exchange greetings. Second, you will hear about a problem. The conversations typically revolve around a problem or an issue that one of the speaker faces. Attention, the problem is already mentioned in the greeting, so you really need to listen closely from the beginning on. Then you will hear a response. So the other speaker will respond to the problem by making a suggestion. The last step is the resolution. The conversation will typically end in some kind of closing or resolution. What are the challenges of listenings? You need to find out what the problem is. You also need to figure out why the problem is being addressed. You need to write down the examples while you're listening. You also have to listen to multiple speakers, and sometimes you don't know anymore who said what. And the last challenge is that you have background noises, pauses, distractions that make it harder for you to stay focused. Let's talk about taking notes. You are allowed to take notes, but you should balance it. Less is more. So you should not sit there and just write down every word, because you will not be able to write down everything and listen to the conversation. So less is more. And you should focus on the following: what, why, reasons with examples, and conclusion. Let's listen to a casual conversation together. I will read a casual conversation to you, and your task is to first find out the purpose. Why are these people talking to each other, and what do they hope to achieve? Second, you need to give me reasons, which means examples of the problem. And third, you need to give me the resolution. So what was the resolution and how did the conversation end? Let's start. Hi, do you need help with something? Yes, I'm supposed to use this program for my statistics class, but I'm not sure how. Okay, do you have the program with you? Sure, here it is. Okay, let's bring this over to a computer and see how it works. I think there's something wrong with my program. When I tried to run it on my computer, nothing happened. That's interesting. Well, let's see what happens here. It looks like it's running fine on this computer. Weird. My computer freezes every time I try to open the program. You mean the entire computer locks up? Have you had this type of problem before? Yeah, I guess. Sometimes when I try to use certain programs, they just don't seem to work correctly. I don't know why though. You can always use the computers here in the lab, you know. That way you won't have to worry about it. Yeah, I know. But I'd rather figure out what the problem is with my computer. Yeah, the computer lab can be super busy and I need to work on this project often. It's going to be on third of our grade, I think. Like, it's a lot. What class is that for? It's for Statistics 101 with Professor Lee. And this program is required for the course? Yep. Professor Lee even got the campus bookstore to stock a bunch of copies. That's where I bought it. Do you use your computer for a lot of things? Maybe you should clear up some memory before you run the program again. Yeah, I've tried that actually. I do have a lot of programs on my computer, but I should have enough memory to run this program. Well, I'm not quite sure what the problem could be, but you're welcome to use the program here. Okay. And you should definitely come back later and talk to my supervisor. She's a computer whiz. I bet she can solve your problem. Okay, so this was even harder than on the actual exam because you would usually hear two different voices, and now I had to do both roles, and I'm not really good at impersonating people, so I was the computer lab guy and the student at the same time. And congrats if you were able to differentiate both of them. And yeah, let's look at the purpose. Let's see if you got it. The purpose of this conversation is that the student has a problem with his program for Statistics 101. He is not sure how to use it on his computer. This also describes the reasons or the problems and examples where he says, yeah, it locks my computer, it's not opening on my computer, so it's not running on my computer, and I really need this program a lot for my statistics class. The conclusion or the resolution is that the computer lab guy tells him to come into the computer lab to use the computers here because he was running the program on the computers and it was totally fine. The other resolution he's offering is to talk to his supervisor because she is a computer whiz and might help him. If you'd like to hear more about listening comprehensions for TOEFL, IELTS, Cambridge, or listening comprehensions in general, then please leave a comment and I'll make another video like this. I'm repeating myself here, but if you want to see a video about lectures on TOEFL, then click on this link up here because it will lead you there. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like this video. Hope to see you soon.